Breaking news tonight out of Maine. The Secretary of State there removing former President Donald Trump from the state's presidential primary ballot. This is the first move by an election official to take action independently in the decision. So let's get right to it with NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos. Danny, first off, walk us through what we know here. What does this mean?
This is breaking right now, but what we know is that Maine Secretary of State has made a decision to keep Donald Trump off the ballot over opposition, of course, from Trump's team, which briefed the issue and argued that under Maine law, the secretary didn't even have the power to exclude Donald Trump from the ballot. So expect legal challenges to the extent the Trump team can challenge this decision. But of course, all it highlights also is the vastly different procedures that each of these states are arriving at in applying their own state's law. These are totally different procedural issues, whether it be in Michigan, Maine, Colorado, wherever.
And Danny, notably, Maine is not the only state to attempt this. I'm thinking of Colorado and Michigan's Supreme Court recent ruling. What does this all mean, and what happens if it makes its way to the Supreme Court?
It's almost certain to make its way to the Supreme Court. In theory, the court could decline to hear the cases. I guess that's possible, but highly, highly unlikely. But what would happen at this point is the court doesn't technically have what's called a circuit split, which usually means when the federal U.S. courts of appeals have differed on the law in different circuits. But instead, what you have is different state courts arriving at different conclusions using state law. Normally, that wouldn't be grounds for the Supreme Court to take it up. But of course, these state law decisions using their own state's election law have such massive impacts on the federal election of the president and federal law and the Constitution, so that the court is almost certain to take up these issues.
All right, NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos on that news of the state of Maine barring former President Donald Trump for the ballot. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.